Good morning, guys. So it is currently a Sunday. We're just gonna do the SMB Sunday market breakdown because we were supposed to have done this yesterday, guys, but I took time editing the last video, so it took longer than I expected. So I ended up like after I was done, I think I finished around quarter to 12 to midnight. So I guess I had to sleep after that. I was tired, my mind was exhausted, my eyes were not okay anymore. So we're just gonna jump straight to it, guys. I don't wanna waste time. So these are the pairs that I'll be looking at: the DXY, USDJPY, EU, Nasdaq, USD80, and the GA, guys. So we're gonna be looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, 5, 6 pairs for the week ahead, guys. And then we're gonna start with the DXY. So what I'm gonna do here, guys, is that whenever I start, I have to identify my highest high, and then I'm gonna identify my lowest low, which is supposed to be this one here, right? So with that, I'm gonna try to identify my structures, guys. I can see this 1, 2, 3 touch right there. So what you do on the upper side, you also do on the lower side, right? And then I'm gonna have this here 1, 2 touch, as you guys can see. So as you guys can see here, the third touch, guys, always goes like 1, 2, 3, and then the market just left after the third touch, guys. This 1, 2, 3 touches, guys, are not a myth. Like, they work wonders. So if you guys can utilize this kind of trading method, like, it will change your whole trading game, guys. Like, seriously. On the third touch, what you have to do is just look for any confirmations or the confluences, like your engulfing candlestick patterns, your reversal structures, your double tops, or your head and shoulders, so yeah, guys. And then from here, I'm gonna switch to the H4, guys. I'm gonna switch to the H4 and try and see. So I always start my analysis with the DXY because most of the time whenever I'm trading, guys, I'm trading the USD pairs, and the DXY kind of gives you an overall direction of the market for the week, for the month, for the year, all of that stuff, guys. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, guys, is that if you go to the daily, let's go back to the daily again. If you guys check, you know that the market always moves in 3 phases, right? Moves in an impulse, correction, and then an impulse. That's the 3 phases of the market, right? So right now, if you check this, guys, we had an impulse, and then this is our correction, right? To continue going to the downside. Of course, this is the daily structure, so it's gonna take much longer time, guys. So we would have this here as our lowest low, guys. I believe that at some point this market has to reach here. Looking at the structure the way it is, guys, looking at the structure the way it is giving me selling opportunities for the longest time to come, right? So, and then now I'm gonna go to the H4, guys. So when I get to the H4, I'm just gonna try to identify my lower time frame structures, guys. My lower time frame structures. As you guys can see, I want to show you something on the stat touch, guys. When I tell you this thing works, guys, this 1, 2, 3 touches, guys, they work magic. I don't want to lie to you. As you guys can see here, right, this is our third touch. So what did the market do when it got there, guys? It gave us this. Look at this, guys. Like I told you, you have to look for your structures, your head and shoulders, your double tops, double bottom. Your double tops, head and shoulders and all that. You see, it gave us a head and shoulder here, guys. So what you could have done here is just look for an entry, guys. You see, after this third touch, guys, how you would have taken this entry that you could have identified after this, you wouldn't have known that it's forming a head and shoulders, right? But then after this impulse here, guys, you could have seen that, okay, we had this right here, right? We had this. Okay, let me show you the first. And the first entry could have been the fact that after a third touch right here, we have this impulsive move going to the downside, and then we have what, a correction, then a move to the downside, guys. So you could have taken like your risk entry at this bearish candle close right there, and then rode it to the downside. And another thing, you could have taken your entry way at the breakout here, guys, on the lower time frames, your 1 hour, your 15 minutes. You could have gotten like a very nice entry. But I don't usually take this type of entries. The entries that I take, guys, what I was gonna identify here is I was gonna identify this as my hook point right here. I remember I actually identified this, guys. And just that I didn't take the trade at the time, but I had a setup like this one where I identified this as my hook point. And then, as you can see, after that, the market gravitated down and then it started pulling back. I think this was like on a Friday closure here, and then when it opened with a gap, guys, breaking the hook point, which is what I always want to see whenever I'm trading, guys. And then it came back inside, and then it closed below. Like I could have had my entry right here. It closed when the second bearish candle closed, guys. That I would have taken an entry and rode it all the way down, guys. As you can see, it's still going very nice. So yeah, basically that I was just showing you guys how I take my entries and all of that. So let's get back to analyzing this and see what we can expect for the week. So what I'm already seeing is that we had an impulse, we had a correct, damn it. So we had an impulse correction right here, impulse correction here, then we had an impulse. Now we're forming what? A correction to continue going to the downside, right? As you guys can see there, something like that. Don't know what, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna make proper analysis. So yeah, that's basically what we're seeing, right? So currently there's no need for me to mark all these other corrections, right? What I want to do is that I want to focus on the current market, guys. I want to focus on the current market. So what I'm seeing is that after that impulse, and what I'm expecting here, guys, we might have a little bit longer period of a consolidation like this, guys. Like long, maybe like 2 weeks or something. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's just what I'm expecting. Because why? Because of this impulse, guys. Like this was a large impulse. So whenever a market tends to give us this large impulses moves like this one, it tends to give us longer periods of consolidation, right? So what I'm gonna do now is move to the H1 time frame, and then I'm gonna focus on the current market structure, guys. The current market structure. Anyway, let me go to the H4 so I can identify what the market is doing. So what I'm seeing here already, guys, is that I'm seeing this double top right there. It's actually a hook point. The reason why it's a hook point because the market gave us this correction right here. Right? And then I'm gonna move to the H1 and show you guys. So after it gave us that correction right there, we had a breakout that I can identify that as a hook point. We actually had like 2 hook points. Even this one here, this was my first hook point. I would have gotten an entry here, guys, but then as you can see, the market would have came back to stop me out, right? Because obviously I was gonna have my entry like this. With a stop loss just above this thing. So I can't say I would have had my stop loss here because that would be an inside trading, but because I can already see what happened, I was gonna have my stop loss like that. It would have taken me out, right? So after it would have taken me out, what I was gonna identify is the second hook point right there, guys, and then I could see that the market gave us a breakout and then it closed below. After this closed below here, that's why I was gonna take my entry right with the stop loss above and then just continue riding this move to the downside right there, guys. As you guys can already see that what we're getting here it's an impulse, and then this is our correction to continue to the downside. So what I've seen so far that the DXY has to sell, guys, it's giving us selling opportunities, right? So yeah, that's what we're seeing for the DXY, guys. We're gonna continue looking at the setups over the week, how they perform and all of that. So let's go to the USDJPY. I love trading USDJPY. I don't wanna lie to you guys. This has been my favorite pair since late last year, guys. Like the USDJPY moves so nice for me. I don't wanna lie. So let's see what we have here. So what we're getting here, guys, is I'm gonna identify my highest highs and all of that. What I can see here is that I have my highest high here, my lowest low right there, guys. And okay, I'm not gonna try to identify structures that have already happened. So what I'm seeing here is that, guys, we had a hook point right here, as you guys can see, of which the market came back to. It gave us what a double top right there, and then it started going to the downside, right? And if you check, guys, you have to check these things. You see how it was approaching that double top in a correction manner, guys. That could have given you a signal that this thing is about to sell after you have identified this hook point here, guys. So you might be wondering, why is that my hook point right there? Why isn't this one or this one? The reason is that if I go back, guys, and then I identify this, you see, I had an ascending channel going to the upside. Right? So having that ascending channel, what I saw is that this was the last high candle that this was the last high candle that broke this ascending channel, guys. So it gave me I identify that as my hook point, right? So right now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go to the H4, and then you see on the H4 you can see it was so nice, guys. Like, so nice. You see, like it was the move that broke our structure right there, and it broke it with an impulse, guys. That shows you that that is a very valid hook point right there. And as you guys can see, what we identified on the daily, we had a 1, 2, 3 touch, guys. On the third touch right there, and then yeah, you could have taken your entry out of this candle right there, or at the break of the structure right there, and then throw the move to the downside. But we're not there now. Now we're trying to see what the market is gonna do for us next week. So what I can already see here, guys, is that I'm gonna identify this as my hook point right there, and you can already see that we sort of have like a 1, 2, 3 touch structures right there. While it's a 1, 2 now, can get at that touch here, of which will validate this second hook point that we have here. So yeah, although looking at this thing, I don't think the USDJPY it's ready to give us an entry yet. So we're just gonna keep an eye on this, guys. We're just gonna keep an eye on it. Nice and simple, guys. Nice and simple. There's no need to complicate anything that we're doing here. So yeah, what I'll be expecting, guys, is that I'll be expecting to get an entry after the break of this whole point, and then it comes back in here, maybe give us like a small Lanyana correction, you see, or it continues going up, breaking this, then coming back, giving us small Lanyana correction, and then we're taking the move to the downside, right? So that's what I'll be expecting for the USDJPY. Let's move on to another pair. I want this video to take long, guys. Your Euro USD, those of you who enjoy trading Euro USD, I used to love this pair, I think like 4 years back or something, but these days it's not moving nice for me. I don't want to lie to you guys. So I can identify my highest high there, then my lowest low right here. So as you guys can also see here, this is a valid hook point, guys, but I'm not expecting the market to turn here. What I'm expecting is that we might get like a a larger consolidation here before continuing to the downside, just like we saw on the DXY. Because basically, guys, Euro USD does the opposite of what the DXY is doing, right? So as you guys can see there. So from the daily, we're gonna move to the H4, and look how it was approaching that whole point, guys. It approached that whole point as a form of a 1, 2, 3 or an ascending channel, guys. So with that in mind, seeing or identifying that ascending channel here, I'm gonna have my point here, guys. This is what I'll be expecting the Euro USD to do. Before it can buy, I'm expecting the Euro USD to come in and then tap into this hook point and then give me my buying opportunities. So for now, I'm just gonna sit on my hands, guys, and wait for this to play out. Right, I'm gonna go to the H1. And as you guys can see, very nice right there. So we had a break of that ascending channel. So now we're just waiting for it to come here, guys, and do as we are expecting it. Although it doesn't have to do anything, guys, that we want. It's the market, as you know, it does whatever it wants. So we just trade as anticipators, and then we just sit on the sidelines and watch what happens. And if we are able to identify an opportunity, we jump in, right? So let me check how long this video is, because I don't want it to take much longer, guys. Okay, not sure how long it is. But yeah, that's the Euro USD. Now we're gonna move to the Nasdaq, everybody's favorite. By the way, I don't trade indices, guys. I don't wanna lie. For me, I feel like they are dangerous for me. I'm not even gonna cap. I feel like they are dangerous for me. So, but yeah, I do see some nice setups on this. Like last week, I had a very nice setup. Even this overall movement here, guys, I saw it. I saw this overall movement, guys, before it happened. So yeah. Anyway, we're not there right now. So I have these structures right here. As you guys can see, it was an ascending channel, of which gave us a double top and then started going down. So we're still going down. I'm expecting some selling opportunities. After identifying this ascending channel, I'm gonna go to the H4, try to identify my structures, guys. So what I'm already seeing is that we had an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Now we're having another correction here, guys, to continue to the downside, right? So having that correction right there, I can identify this at the top as a top of the correction, right? Or as my hook point right there, guys. So I'll be expecting the Nasdaq to give us like a double top right there and then go down, right? We're gonna go to the H1 because on the H4 I'm not seeing anything that much. So yeah, guys, this is what I'll be expecting for the Nasdaq for the coming week. I'll be expecting to get some selling opportunities right there on that level right there, guys, as you guys can see. So I'm just expecting it to get there. And what I can already see, if I go to the 15 minutes, I'm seeing this thing as a correction approaching the double top, of which is a good sign for me to tell me that, okay, this could just give us a valid 1, 2, 3 touches before we can start selling, guys, right? Before we can start selling, you can have 1, 2, and then our third touch right there, and then we start going down, right? So that's what I'm seeing on Nasdaq. Now we're gonna go to the US30, guys. I'm trying to be as fast as I can because I'm only limited to 30 minutes of recording time, so I'm trying my best here. Just bear with me. So on the US30, I'm not seeing much, to be quite honest. Got a double top, we had a break here. So now we're looking at this low here, or we can look at this one right there, guys. So we're gonna go to the H4, trying to see what it has for us. So what I can see here, guys, is that after this double top here, we had like impulse, correction here, impulse, correction here, impulse, correction here, and then we had a break of this. So right now with the current market structure, guys, it's just messy. I don't really see anything. So even if we try to go to the H1, I don't think there will be any difference because of just the way it's moving, guys. Like it's very choppy. See how choppy it is going to the downside, especially when you come to the lower time frames. So yeah, guys, what I will just identify is that I'll identify this as my hook point with the possibility of this market coming back here and then continue going to the downside, guys. There isn't much that I'm seeing here on the US30 and online. So we're gonna go to the last pair, which is GA. So guys, we've been watching this for like 2 weeks now, I think. Even in the Falcon community, I saw them, they were anticipating this thing. But it did not do as we were looking for, guys. So I'm gonna identify this is my high, this is my low. So what I'm already seeing here, guys, is that we had a hook point here after this high. We had a hook point right there, of which it's where the market is at right now. So yeah, seeing this, guys, I think we're gonna have some selling opportunities on this for this week. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, and then you can identify our thing here. Oh my god, guys, this is so nice. So we have a 1 2 3 there. One, I don't know why I didn't see this last week. 1 2, and our third touch there. Guys, I think we have some very good selling opportunities. And ascending expanding channel right there, guys. So let's go to the H4 quickly and see what it has for us. Oh guys, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Very nice and neat chart. Okay, guys, so what we're seeing here, guys, is that as you can see, as the market was approaching the hook point, it was approaching it as a form of a correction, guys, just gravitating towards there, guys. Damn, I don't know why I didn't say this, guys. Like I would have taken an entry, guys, on this double top. Yo, guys, I don't know why I did not see this. But anyway, as you can see, we've already had our breakout, so we will be looking for a correction to continue with the move to the downside, guys. Be on the lookout for this one. The opportunity is gonna be big. Let's quickly rush the H1. Yeah, guys, be on the lookout for this one. So there isn't much to do on the H1 except for waiting. So we're just gonna be waiting. Then we can identify this here as our breaking hook point. So we might come there and then go down, right? So that's what we're expecting, guys. And those are the pairs we'll be watching for this week. So I wish you guys have a profitable trading week. I'll be updating you guys on the setups whenever they happen on my Instagram, and I'll try to record them and for the YouTube as well. So I'll leave the link to my Instagram on my channel, guys. So be sure to follow me, guys, and I'll follow you back. And yeah, that's it for the thingy. Thank you, guys.